When Wormhole and Belly of the Beast aired on American television for the first time, they were released in a special widescreen format. But there wasn't anything really that special about this. In fact, all of Monkey Team was originally produced in widescreen HD format, but it got panned and scanned for TV and we never got to see it this way. I mean, I can understand why. This was a few years before most television started moving to a widescreen format. Monkey Team was ahead of its time in this respect, so it got cropped down to 3:4 ratio like everything else. But it's frustrating to realize that it's been 12 years and Monkey Team is still aired around the world in this panned and scanned format. If you're a bit of a widescreen purist like me, you know that panning and scanning crops out a lot of the original content. There's this whole aspect of Monkey Team we've never gotten to see because of this. I mean, you'd think somewhere in the world where the show is still syndicated, they would air it in the original HD widescreen format, but no, we just have to keep watching these crappy quality pan and scans and... Oh, what is it, Asian Disney XD? No way!
While exploring the outskirts of the city, I discovered an abandoned super robot. It was then my life was transformed by the mysterious power Primal. The robot monkeys were awakened, and I, Chiro, made their leader. Our quest, save Sugazoom City from the evils of the Skeleton King.
Look at all that detail. It's so beautiful. So many prayers have been answered on this glorious day. While Pit of Doom sets up a major plot point 2 seasons down the road, it's actually a deceptively simple episode in and of itself. Formless attack the city, and Chiro gets frustrated by the fact that everyone else can get around quicker than he can because he doesn't have a jetpack yet.
Them monkeys!
Thank your monkey for us, Chiro dear.
Shut up, Ma and Pa Shanko! I trusted you! And why are you guys working at the ice cream shop in the early episodes anyway? Do Ma and Pa Shanko just own like a chain of places around town? But there's actually someone I hate in this episode even more than Ma and Pa Shanko, and it's this guy. Like, real talk, okay? Pit of Doom and its villain are legitimately creepy. They're that kind of Disney creepy that the older you get, the more you realize is creepy. I mean, imagine getting into an elevator, minding your own business, and realizing too late there's no buttons, and the entire thing vanishes like some sort of evil TARDIS, and you are never seen again. This is legitimately creepy. Elevator Monster and everything about him is super, super creepy. Anyways, without a rocket pack, Chiro is stuck running around town trying to catch up with the rest of his team and finding that most of the time they can handle things without him pretty well.
Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Ha ha ha! What, only Sparks can make jokes? You'll find I can be most humorous.
No, Gibson. No, you can't.
Oh, Blazer! Oh yeah, who's got the touch?
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah.
Impressive, if not a bit overdone.
Oh, so now we're gonna worry about property damage? 6 episodes ago, Gibson knocked over a building onto some Formless, and nobody complained then.
Monkey Team, I'm here to help. Huh?
Hey, Chiro.
You didn't even leave me one.
This whole episode is another example of how weak the connection between Chiro and the Monkey Team still are in the early episodes. Chiro is more often than not just the tag-along, and the team doesn't really need him there even. Heck, this whole episode serves to show how well the Monkey Team is able to work as a unit without Chiro. This is one of the first times we really see them working as a unit without Chiro at all. What Chiro can do at this point that the other members of the Monkey Team can't is connect with the Shugazumian citizens at a level that they're uncomfortable with. And given how most of the time Chiro is asked to thank the monkeys even though they're right in front of whoever they just saved, the feeling seems to be mutual. So Chiro winds up helping BT search for Glenny, who has gone missing, until BT winds up going missing in the same way we can assume Glenny did, through the elevator of death.
Hey! Whoa.
Chiro winds up in a skirmish with the elevator monster until it winds up capturing him as well and taking him to where all the other Shugazumian citizens have been dropped off. I just want to stop and appreciate all of these drawings of these Shugazumians, especially this one. She just looks so done with everything.
It's Chiro.
Why, thank you, Mr. Gackslapper. Yes, I'm fine after taking a fall that could crack a bunch of the average person's ribs. Also, I noticed you changed your outfit since this morning. Okay, but no, really, look how done this girl is.
Happened to us just the same. Captured by that haunted elevator and dumped in this pit of doom.
Originally, I was gonna make some you dropped the title joke here, but has anybody noticed that everyone's character designs in this shot just cut off at one point? Like, some poor artist didn't realize they were going to pan up and didn't draw the tippy tops of everyone's heads.
It's too deep to escape from, Chiro, and they're making us dig it even deeper.
Nobody cares about your suffering, Ma and Pa Shanko. In fact, the fact that you went through this and still chose to worship him 3 seasons later only shows how terrible you are. Chiro gets captured and his comlink gets fried out because of course it does. He realizes he shouldn't have been so prideful about the whole no jetpacks thing and summons the team to help him. It's worth noting this is the first time we get a small glimpse into each of the Monkey Team members' rooms, and it establishes that every single one of the Monkey Team members can sense the power primate to some extent. So the Monkey Team goes on a quest to find exactly where Chiro wound up, and it leads to the scene that is pretty much the only reason I ever bothered to rewatch this episode.
Looks like your dream has finally come true.
Your dream, my nightmare.
I care a lot about this ship, okay? That and Gibson whining like some kind of Shakespearean actor is hilarious.
Surrender, monkeys, or the boy suffers.
He already looks like he's suffering to me, but okay. The fact that the entire team just immediately surrenders at this is a really sweet moment, because even though Chiro isn't exactly the most needed member of the team yet, they all really, really care about him, and it's just a sweet moment that reminds you of that.
No more humans at all.
Wait, they're just called humans. Not Shugazumians, but this takes place present day. Why would humans have colonized a different... You know what? Forget it. I'm not opening that can of worms.
Formless minions will stalk the streets. Evil will triumph. And I shall rule.
I so do not like that guy.
A touching little reunion about how it was a good thing that Chiro called for help and how heroes even need help, blah 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 morals happens. They realize that they're still on Shugazoom, albeit somewhere far away from the city, and by their powers combined, the monkeys do this cool trick that brings the robot there remotely, and we will never see this trick again. Maybe I'm getting a little too cynical and nitpicky, but I will be keeping an eye out for a time where this could have come in handy. Mark my words.
Going home.
Nobody told me the robot could do that. My formless minions, hear me.
You literally just killed several of those formless minions throwing a tantrum. And they didn't even try to run. They just kind of casually look over and then they just accept their fates.
Formless.
Hey, Chiro, how about if we let you handle this one?
So that's sweet, but does it mean that Chiro was the only one technically controlling the robot right now? I mean, we're never gonna see this again, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but the mechanics of this don't really make sense. Actually, it's alluded to on a few occasions that Chiro, being the chosen one, has a special connection with the super robot, and I wish we'd gone into more depth on that because I'm really curious as to exactly what that means. Speaking of unsolved mysteries, who is this man, and has he just been holding on to those balloons the entire time? whole time? Are you serious right now? Why do you even exist? Seriously, did Skeleton King make him or what? I don't even know why this thing exists or how it works or anything about it. It's literally a elevator covered in flesh. It is so gross. So anyways, the monkey team fights the elevator monster and realizes that they need to be more careful about taking care of their pet human, so he gets a jetpack. Hooray! Look, the thing about Pit of Doom is it is mostly filler. There's not a lot to talk about in this episode. There's only honestly two things. One, which I already mentioned and has kind of been mentioned by previous episodes anyway, the monkey team has had trouble dealing with an outsider being with them, and that includes Shiro. The monkey team has become a unit that can really handle things a lot by themselves, and they've been having to get used to Shiro being there with them. I mean, they obviously care about him, and they know Chiro is the chosen one, but other than being able to connect with humans better, Chiro is mostly the kid who tags along because reasons right now. The other thing is...
At least part of my plan was realized.
Yeah, that little thing. That definitely won't become important a season and a half down the road. Well, see you guys later! Welcome to the new outro, where we talk about addendums and comments on the previous video. First off, in Closer Look 6, I said that there was no scene explaining Mandarin putting the collars on everyone before he mind-controlled them, but apparently there is? I don't remember this scene from television, and it was cut out of pretty much every version of the episode I found other than one released in Asia. So maybe it was cut out of the American release for some reason. I honestly have no idea what happened there. CatLover10192 in the comments says that they would prefer if I'd use the pillboxed episode clips instead of the zoomed-in versions. And talk about prophetic, because just as I was thinking about whether I wanted to switch to that going forward, the HD clips come out. So, yay, I don't have to do either. But thanks for your comment, Cat Lover. Constructive feedback is always welcome, as are any other types of comments. If you would like to potentially be in a future episode, or just chat with other Monkey Team fans, feel free to leave something in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, and consider subscribing for more Monkey Team related videos. See you next time, and God bless.